Hey everybody, welcome to the Elder of Rock. I am Stephen Elder. Tonight we're going to talk about Ghost. Got the shirt on, so usually I talk about the band, the shirt I'm wearing. But anyway, we're going to talk about Ghost. Why Ghost? Well, I'm going to see them in a couple nights here in Orlando. I'm going to start their 2026 tour, and so I'm going to go check that out. And I did see him in Tampa, July 5th. I think it was what? No, not July 5th. That was the July 12th. July 5th was the date of the Ozzy concert, and he performed there. Whatever, but July 12th, I saw them in Tampa, and they were very good. So, and I thought, well, hey, they're gonna be in Orlando, pretty much my backyard. What the hell? Might as well go see them. And then I thought it'd be a fun exercise. First, I thought it'd be a fun exercise to try to whittle down their top 10 songs, and I decided that was too hard to do. I couldn't do that. I want to do something easier, and this was a little easier. So I'm gonna rank all their studio albums. Now they have had 6 studio albums. They've had a couple live albums. They had lots of EPs, mostly covers. Actually, yeah, they're pretty much all cover tunes with a couple of originals thrown in, maybe. But oh, and they did have 7 inches of Satanic Panic. That's right, which were two, which was a single actually, but those were 2 original songs. But anyway, so I thought I'd rank their studio albums. So there's 6 studio albums they have out. So all right, so why not? Here we go. So my first, so number 6 is going to be Infestesumam. I guess that's how you say that. Um, you know, I mean, I like it, but after the debut, which I did really like, which I found to be kind of a nice doomy metal kind of thing, a little bit heavy, Sabbath like heavy sort of. I was like, okay, cool. I can't wait to see what they do next. I heard Secular Haze, the first thing that came out when I first heard it, was the first single or whatever came out. And I thought, okay, well, that's kind of cool. And, but anyways, yeah, so this came out, and I don't know, I thought it wasn't quite as heavy. Um, I just, when I first heard it, I was just kind of thinking, my first thought was, where are the guitars? You had to get in here guitars. Of course, they're in there and stuff. You just have, and as I will say, this is more like a 70s type hard rock album, progressive sort of a sounding album. However, it does have some of their standards on here. Year Zero, which I do really like. It's one of my favorites of theirs. Monstrous Clocks, another one I do really like. And Secular Haze is on here, and I do kind of like Gula Zombie Queen. It's kind of a eerie one that starts out and then it gets quicker and um, fast, kind of a fast song for them. So anyway, that's number 6. The next one I'm going to choose is Opus Eponymous, their debut. And then like I said, I'm ranking it next to last. But I do really like this. It's just like some other ones that came out. They kind of got, other than the second one, they kind of got better and better for me. So, but this is the one that hooked me though. I heard this got me in. And like I said before, kind of a Sabbathy, doomy sounding kind of album. And the time we didn't, when they came out, of course, we didn't know who any of them were. We didn't know Tobias was behind this yet. Nobody knew who they were yet. Most of us anyway. And yeah, so there's a lot of mystery behind it because I kind of thought maybe at first when this came out that maybe it was a King Diamond kind of side project, and he was kind of doing something minor 70s sounding and doomy, and getting him to sing in a different kind of voice, that you're used to hearing. So, but it wasn't. But anyway, but I still like this a lot. So anyway, yeah. So Opus Eponymous, that's the next one. After that, I'm gonna go with prequel, prequel. Um, and again, I really like this album a lot. I think it's really cool. You got some really good stuff on here with Rats, Dance Macabre. I really like also Pro Memoria, and Life Eternal are really good songs off of here. And if you get the expanded version, they do It's a Sin and Avalanche, which were really cool that they did all those 2 covers as well. But yeah, so there you go. So yeah, my next one's gonna be Prequel. Like that one a lot. After that is going to be here their latest one, Skeleta. Um, you know, they keep surprising us. A lot of people didn't know. I didn't know, what to expect. Sort of. The last kind of studio thing we heard from them before this was the future is a foreign land, which was on their last live album and live DVD. They had that. Um, so I didn't know if like what direction for sure they were going to go into, if they were going to go into more of that retro sound on that they had on that song or not. But no, they came back. It was somewhat retro sounding, but a lot of people thought this was kind of them selling out a little. I don't know. It is maybe a little bit lighter, but I think the guitar work on here speaks for itself as far as what kind of album it is. The guitar work on here, by the guy in Opeth, Mike. I can't remember what his. Oh, but anyway, but yeah. So I thought it's really good and really lots of good stuff on here. Peace Field, I especially like Umbra and Centifaf or whatever it is. I can't read very well. That's what. And but yeah, I mean, a lot of good stuff. I was in my. I constantly still listen to this. So yeah. So there you go. So that's their latest one, Skeleta. Number two, my second favorite is going to be Meliora. Um, this was after Infestessimum, so I was really happy to hear the kind of heavier direction on this one than you know that was really cool. Starts has Spirit on here and Cerise. He is as a classic. So um, yeah, and this was them kind of picking up their image, and I remember seeing a lot more videos coming off of um, this album. So yeah, so just and then this was really kind of cemented. Like I said, the first album I really liked. The second album I because it was kind of so, but then they put out this album, and yeah, it's really cool. So there you go. So and then my favorite album is going to be Impera. This came out in 2022, I believe. This is their, of course, I just said Skeletor's latest. This came out. This was one before that. Um, and I just still listen to this one pretty regularly. Uh, Kassarian, Spillways, Call Me Little Sunshine. A lot of people don't like 20s. I love it because I think it's one of their heaviest songs. So yeah, so there you go. So that's my favorite right there. So at the moment anyway, and it's got a lot of good stuff on it. I wish I could have seen that tour, but I didn't. But I am going to see again with the Skeleton tour for the second time. So there you go. So thank you for watching The Elder of Rock. Those are my Ghost album ranking. Um, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Wouldn't mind getting some subscribers up there, but whatever. Whatever. You do what you want. And so there you go. Someone look for me on episodes of The Contrarians and Grant's Rock Warehouse. I'm on different episodes of those coming up. I had a good one with Grant recently where I picked three bands, two songs from three different bands, and but I chose Chastain, and two others, and Dogma. So and I got to play a couple songs from each of those bands, and it was pretty cool. Can you hear me now? There you go. It was pretty cool. Yeah, Chastain on two others and Dogma. So there you go. So look for me on that. There's maybe I'll put a link up here or something to it because it was a good episode. Lots of fun. And anyway, and thank you for watching again. For watching again and then again. For watching the Elder of Rock. See you next time, and hit that silly jingle. The Elder of Rock.